Hi, this is Dr. Jeff Cumrow at Nebraska City Chiropractic. And I want to talk to you today about something that I've seen a lot of here lately. And, it's something that the healthcare community doesn't really do a great job of treating. How many of you know somebody who has trouble going from lying down to sitting up, sitting down to standing up? And I'm not talking about pain. I'm talking about dizziness or vertigo, lightheadedness. They might have visual changes. They might have blurriness. They might have just complete blackness when they stand up. They might pass out. There are a lot of different presentations of this. Those people that have to just give me a second, I'll be okay, it'll pass, just give me a second. Those are the people that I'm talking about right now. It may be you, it may be somebody that you know, but there are a lot of people out there that are suffering from this. And, it's something that's not that difficult to treat. It does take time to treat because it is an autonomic nervous system change. And the autonomic nervous system, as we've talked in the past, is really the thermostat of the body. It keeps everything in line. What happens here is your blood pressure and heart rate are closely linked. They have to be the opposite of each other to keep blood pushed to the areas that it needs to go to. So, if your heart rate goes up, your blood pressure comes down and vice versa. If your blood pressure goes up, your heart rate comes down. So those are constantly going on. It's a constant battle between the body. When you go from lying down to sitting up, sitting down to standing up, your blood pressure drops just because of gravity. So the heart rate has to come up to push all that blood up to the brain. That doesn't always happen soon enough. Your body doesn't necessarily sense the change in position. So what we have to do is get your body to recognize the position that you're in. Not that hard to do. I mean, it does take time, like I said, but in and of itself, it's not that hard to do. So if you or somebody you know are suffering from this condition, get them in here. Let's get them looked at. Let's get this fixed, because the danger in this is, it's not just the scary part of not being steady in those areas. You got the risk of falls. In the elderly population, that's obviously not a good thing. You could end up with broken hip, kind of a bad path that way. You can end up with any kind of muscle changes, and muscle changes are a bad path for any kind of elderly person. That muscle strength is something that's huge to maintain, but it may show up in other ways. Chronic headaches, daily headaches, eye pain, neck pain, things like that. So there are a lot of different ways that this manifests, but it's a very, very important thing to get looked at because it can have some devastating impacts on people's lives. Give us a call, 402-873-6999. Let's take a look at where your nervous system's at and see what we can do to get you down the better path.